NFL show. Yeah, we tried to get out of the show a couple days ago. Had a little bit of problems with that. We had an earthquake. It's a bunch
It was a
of
crazy shit, man. But
yeah,
basically, the Saints defense looked good. Deshaun Watson looked ass.
yeah, like
Steelers suck on offense, and that's it. That was pretty much the gist of the show.
yeah, yeah. Not much more to talk about when it comes to that. But
Yeah.
we just finished up watching the Giants and the Niners, and yeah, it was close in the beginning, but
It
like
never
you
felt
said,
close.
yeah, it never felt close. It seemed like Brock Purdy kind of got he was struggling to begin the game, like
Yeah.
accuracy wise, like
Yeah.
he was
He
missing
was
a lot
missing
of
a lot of
throws.
throws and
Yeah,
just bad ball placement, like putting the ball in harm's way. Like he had like three or four, like what could have been picks, but
pickable
yeah,
passes.
but
Uh, but yeah, he got really lucky, especially like that one like middle of the field. I forget. I think it was Ronnie Bell who caught it off the
yeah,
like
the
Dick
tip,
Debo tipped
yeah,
it straight into the air.
yeah,
And, that dude Ronnie Bell. I was like, bro, if that was any other quarterback, that's a pick.
yeah. Like in the first drive, he had that what should have been picked to Dory Jackson, but Kittle swatted it, bro. Like
I know.
Kittle, he low key Kittle could have probably tried to make a better effort to catch it though, too. Like
Yeah, yeah.
but
But yeah.
I,
It
like
was a typical Thursday night game, a little bit sloppy on both ends, but
yeah, I mean
the better
Purdy,
team
like
won.
when you look at the stats, he was 25 for 37, 310 yards, two touchdowns. Like it looks good, but like if you watch the game, like he struggled with a lot of passes, and then last week he struggled against. He didn't struggle. Well, they won comfortably, but like he's not as accurate as he's been before.
Yeah. Just little things here and there to potentially look at when they face some real
Face
competition.
better competition. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So
low key was like I was encouraged for like the Giants defense because like they put up a good fight, until like they just wore him down. Like Debo, he's a monster after the catch. He had
yep.
129 yards, a touchdown. Kittle had a good game, 7 for 90 yards. CMC was good in the running game and the passing game. He had a couple catches. Like they just like even without Ayuk, which I felt like Ayuk was like they missed him, but it didn't really matter because they just ran the ball and played like power football.
Yeah, pretty much for the most part. They just got to the best players and they out talented the Giants. The Giants just couldn't keep
Yeah,
up.
and then
Like oh yeah, go
no,
ahead.
go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, but like I've been saying with the Giants, just there's just not a lot of talent on this offense, especially with Saquon out. There's
Yeah, I was
just
gonna
not a
say
lot.
Saquon and Andrew Thomas was a big loss on the line.
Yeah,
They
both
could
their
not
tackles
protect
were
Daniel
out.
Jones. Yeah,
Both their tackles, even Evan Neal, who hasn't been good so
yeah,
far, but
yeah, but like
still a
still like
starting tackle for
that's the
them.
starter. Yeah,
Yeah. So that pretty much killed them before the game even started. Daniel Jones, he was high on a couple of these balls. Like
yeah.
Waller didn't have the best game either,
Well,
but
like Waller could have done a better job catching him, but I mean Daniel Jones could have did like better placing ball placement on some of the throws. But also when you're paid like one of the better tight ends, you gotta make those catches too. So it's like
100%. But yeah, yeah, man, not much to say about the game. I
yeah,
think the
the
best team
game.
won,
Yeah,
and
oh, definitely. I
yeah,
feel like everyone saw this coming.
yeah, for the most part,
I
like
mean, maybe some people would have thought like it'd be closer just because it was a Thursday night game and they're always like like sloppy football. But even then, they just dominated. Yeah,
yeah, exactly,
yeah, not much to say, like you said.
yeah. But yeah, man, let's get into our week three picks
Yeah,
actually.
with
Um,
3 picks.
so yeah, man, let's start off with the Atlanta Falcons and the Detroit Lions. Pretty interesting
Yeah,
game to me at least.
yeah, it should be fun. Honestly, I agree. I think the Lions have a fun offense, like passing the ball, and the Falcons, though they have the weapons, like they have Pitts and London. Their running game is just dynamic, bro. With Bijan and Algier, and I mean I'm not the biggest Desmond Ritter fan, but like as long as he doesn't put them in harm's way, they could run the ball and keep the kill clock, keep the ball away from the Lions, and like make it a close game. With that said, though, I got the Lions winning. I just trust Goff more.
Desmond Ritter is the best quarterback in the NFC
This
South.
guy, I hate this guy, man. This guy's a troll.
And this week you're gonna see why. Okay, because I got the
You got?
Falcons with this game.
Oh, okay. I thought you were okay. I
Yes.
like that. We disagree on that. Okay.
So yeah. Yeah, man. I just think the Falcons' offense is super fun. It's super fun. Bijan's
Imagine
getting
with a
more and
real
more involved.
quarterback. Oh my God.
Hey, best quarterback in the division. What can I say?
Okay,
But
you're being gross.
no, but uh, I think Bijan's workload starting to ramp up.
Yeah,
We saw like week one didn't get that many carries. Week two, like I think he doubled his carries from what he had week one. I
yeah,
think they're just going to continue feeding this guy. He looked in the short amount of touches he's had. I want to say second in the league in rushing right now.
yeah. I think he might lead
So
the league actually. He's either one
yeah,
or two.
he's
Like
one or
with
two. So it's
which
pretty
is
much what I
crazy.
expected. That's why I had him for rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year, because like
Yeah,
a bunch of these great running backs come in and they dominate almost immediately. So
yeah. I feel like running backs they hit their prime as soon as if they're gonna be elite, they're gonna hit it sooner than later.
exactly, exactly. Like we saw with Zeke. Zeke's best season is still probably a rookie
Yeah,
year. You know,
which is
uh,
crazy, man. It's
yeah, it's pretty
crazy.
crazy to think about, but it's
Yeah,
true. You know, and but Bijan, man, like I agree with everything that they said about him. He looks generational, and
nah,
I think
he's
they're
just
just going to
smooth,
evolve.
man. He's smooth. He's fast.
Exactly.
He breaks tackles. He's like
He
Alvin
just
Kamara,
moves
but
differently
faster.
from he just moves differently from everybody else, like
No,
out there.
yeah, for sure.
People trying to stop him. And the Lions defense is awful, and CJ Gardner
Yeah,
Johnson is I think he tore his pec, so he might
yeah.
be out for the season.
He might be done. That's a big loss too
Yeah.
for their
So
secondary.
that was one of their best players on their defense that was already struggling, and now,
Yeah,
you lose him.
he's
So
gone.
I'm gonna take the Falcons win this game and to start off 3-0.
Wow. Okay. So I disagree, but
To come for your
yeah.
Saints, man. I don't know, man. I'd
Nah,
be
we're good,
worried.
bro. We're chilling. We're chilling, man. We ain't no afraid of no Desmond Ritter, bro. Be for real.
All right, all right.
Uh,
Let's move on. Let's move on to the LA
Chargers, Vikings.
Chargers and the Minnesota
Yeah.
Vikings. Now
This is interesting.
this
This is
game,
interesting.
yes, this is a very interesting game for a lot of reasons.
Two 0-2 teams.
Yes, this must win for both these teams. If
Yeah.
either one of these teams lose, on the Vikings end, it could maybe trigger them to potentially start moving away from Kirk Cousins, maybe trading
Yeah.
him before the trade deadline. And with the Chargers, if they lose this game, this could potentially cause them to move on from Brandon Staley, maybe even after this game. To me at least. But yeah, a lot of factors going into this game. I think that the Vikings are the better team, though, overall. I think the Chargers got no answer for Jefferson at all. And
Yeah.
Addison, he's been doing his thing too. The Chargers defense been a joke for a
Hawkinson's
couple
a
of years.
good weapon.
Vikings are at
Uh,
home.
and it,
I got them winning this game.
didn't they just trade for Cam Akers too?
Yes, they did
Vikings?
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see how he looks. He's obviously slowed down since his injury a couple years back, but
I mean, I feel
I
like
still think he's
he
a
has good games here and there, and like the O line for the Vikings is still a problem, but I think
yeah.
it's still an upgrade over Madison because he was really bad,
I think
which
Madison was bad in the last game. I still think Madison. I think he's better than Akers post injury. I think
mm,
Akers was better pre injury.
yeah, okay,
But yeah,
we'll see, we'll see.
I think they're a fine 1-2 punch. So I got no problem with that trade. They basically gave up nothing. It was like a swap of
Yeah, it
six
was like a sixth and
for
for a seventh or some shit like
yeah.
that.
So
Basically
yeah,
nothing.
they're just trying to upgrade their depth because they are missing Dalvin Cook a lot. They become pretty much a one dimensional offense, which is just the passing game. But
Yeah.
having Jefferson obviously helps in that respect.
Oh
You
yeah,
still
for
you need to be
sure.
able to run the ball a little bit. So yeah, like I said, man, based off all those factors, I got the Vikings winning this game.
Yeah, you're kind of swaying me because I have the Chargers winning, but I agree with what you said. Like I don't like Addison's been having a good rookie year so far. Jefferson is Jefferson. He's probably arguably the best receiver in the league. If not one, he's two.
Yeah,
Hawkinson's a good tight end, but I just trust Justin Herbert, man. Like I don't like Brandon Staley. That's the thing. It's like I don't like the coaching for the Chargers, man.
exactly.
I just think it's a must win, and if Brandon Staley starts 0-3 in that AFC conference, he might be out of the job soon. But I mean, I'm just gonna go with the Chargers because I mean they still have like big names on defense. You hope J.C. Jackson can try. I don't want to say he's gonna cover
JC's coming back to the
devastate.
Patriots after this year,
Oh
bro. He's getting
man,
cut and
but
he's re-signing with the Patriots.
like
I
they
can
got
already see
Derwin
it now.
James, Joey Bosa, like they have big names, big
They
time
got
names.
names, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
They don't put it all together. Like
But
that's
you
one
got.
of
I
the
think it's going to be a shootout, regardless, because the
yeah.
Vikings don't stop no one.
These are two questionable. Well, I think the Vikings' pass defense played pretty well against Hurts, so we kind of really don't know what they
But
are.
I think Hurts
But they
kind of
got
did
shredded on the
struggle like
ground.
throwing the ball too, you know?
True, true.
Cause I just think Justin Herbert's one of the better. He's top two in talent, like in my opinion. And I know we
No,
both
you're
have
right.
we share same feelings on Justin Herbert. He's one of the better like just talents in the league.
Pure talents,
Um,
yes.
I mean he's even then he's still arguably a top five quarterback.
Yep.
But you know they got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, and I don't know if is Eckler back. If he's back, that's huge for them. I'm not sure if he is though, because he still has the
I
ankle.
haven't heard if he's back or not, but yeah, if
Yeah,
he's back, that's gonna really hurt.
but even then, the backup was serviceable in week one. I don't.
Malcolm Brown or whatever,
Yeah,
or
yeah.
yeah.
I don't know, but nah. I got the Chargers. I was just gonna trust Justin Herbert to outshoot Kirk Cousins. And my guy Kirk Cousins, I'm a Kirk Cousins guy now. But I think it'll be a good game. I think it's gonna be a fun game though, for sure.
I do too. I feel so bad for Herbert sometimes because he puts up these great numbers every
Yeah,
week and
man.
he
I
loses. You know,
and then
that's
I
what
hate the
sucks.
narrative that he's not elite because he's not winning. It's like, bro, I hate that shit so bad. Especially when I was like being a Saints fan. I've seen how defenses make you lose
Oh yeah,
games. You know, I've seen Drew Brees go downfield, take the lead with like a minute left, then the defense goes and gives up a fucking 80-yard drive. Like you know, it
yep.
sucks. But nah, I think Justin Herbert, all that nonsense that he's not elite because he's not winning. Nah, that's just nonsense, dude. But
Yeah,
yeah, I got the Chargers winning.
yeah. People got to settle down with that narrative.
Yeah,
I think
I feel like that's such a casual take. Like, oh,
it
he's not
is
winning. It's
100%.
like it's
Just like they were
so.
trying to say how Tua was better than him because the Dolphins
Nah,
started
I
off 0-0
hated
last
that
year,
shit, bro.
and then when
I
they
hate it.
played, we saw
Yeah,
the gap, right?
but Tua, hey, Tua, you gotta give Tua his props. He outplayed him. He outplayed him this year. I mean, Herbert
No,
didn't
I'll
have a
give him
bad
that.
game, but Tua just was
Yeah,
amazing
but no
week
one's
one.
gonna take Tua even after that game
No,
over
yeah,
Josh
for
Allen,
sure. No, if
right?
you put Herbert in that
Um,
system, man, oh my god.
exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what scares me about taking the Chargers. It seems like they always find a way to lose.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going
So I don't
against
know.
the better my better judgment would be pick the Vikings for all the reasons, but I just like Herbert, so I'm going with the Chargers.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
All
Let's
right.
move on to your domain, man. The Saints and
Hey
Packers. What do you
man,
think?
I feel like this is an interesting matchup because the Packers they might be without Aaron Jones again and Christian Watson, and those are their two best weapons. And our
Mm,
defense has been very good versus the run, and Marshawn Lattimore is one of the best in the business. Paulson Adebo has been really good. We did lose Marcus May to a suspension, which I mean we like Saints fans and a lot of people have seen it coming just because it's from like I think it's like from like a couple years ago. We've just been waiting for it to happen basically, but it is a loss.
mm.
But I mean I don't know. I just trust our defense to keep us in the game, and as long as Derek Carr can play like clean football, we get Kendrick Miller back. Packers haven't been good against the run, um. So yeah, I got the Saints winning. As long as our O line can do a decent, they were better protecting Carr week two, but still it's not where like the offensive line is still struggling, and the Packers have some players on that D line. But that said, I just trust Derek Carr more than Jordan Love, and I trust our weapons and our defense.
Yeah, man. Gotta go the other way, man. I
Oh,
think
okay, I
I
like
think
this, bro. I like this. We
I
have
think the winning streak comes to an end for the Saints this week. I
okay.
understand the Saints. They're 2-0. I have no question about their defense. I think their defense is very good. Not liking what I've seen from the offense at all
Yeah.
these first couple of weeks. I got to say that.
I see what you're saying, but I just know like they can like we're winning and we can still improve. That's like so I'm optimistic with it, you know.
I feel you 100%. But yeah, it's in Green Bay as well. I think the Packers got a pretty solid defense as well.
No, yeah, for
Um,
sure. Their defense is good.
yeah, like you said, they could be down those two weapons, but I feel like this is going to be a close game no matter
No,
what,
yeah,
just
I can see.
because,
Yeah,
yeah, uh, these two offenses aren't the greatest. But I'm going to give the Packers the edge because they're at home, but I think it's going to be a very close game. And yeah, I got the Packers winning for them.
I got a question for you. Who's stopping Chris Olave and Rashid Shaheed and Mike Thomas?
They got Jair, bro.
He's guarding all three of them. That's what's up.
Yeah, man, the switch. Yeah, man, just
Yeah.
move 'em across formation. You know
Nah,
what I mean?
man.
I
I
mean,
think I just think I mean he could I mean he for sure can like probably take one of them out, but even then, we still got, we got all three of those guys. We got Kendre Miller is coming in, rookie debut. Hopefully he plays. Um, Jawan Johnson, he could make some noise. He's a good tight end. And I mean Foster Moreau, he has repertoire with the Carr from their days back in Vegas. But I just trust the Saints, man. I'm
Is
I'm blindly optimistic.
Foster
Yeah,
Moreau is back?
yeah, he's playing. He's playing.
Oh, okay, because he had like that cancer scare,
Yeah,
didn't
he,
he?
he had it removed like a little before training camp but
Oh, okay,
yeah,
okay.
he's playing. Yeah, he's good,
Okay,
man.
good for him. Good for him.
No, yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, I hear you about Shaheed and Michael Thomas and Olave, but it's like, despite having all three of those guys, the Panthers held you to like what, under 20 points?
But then I see what you're saying with that, but then also like it was the second half, like if you watch the game, it wasn't very close. Like we dominated the time of possession. We drove downfield, scored,
No,
and
you
then
did.
they
Did
got the garbage
like
time touchdown, which makes the game look closer too.
no, I understand. I'm talking about them holding you to a low amount of points.
Oh
I'm not
yeah.
talking about the defense. Like, yeah,
My
because
I am concerned though, our red zone deficiencies have been very eye opening. And that's something Carr has been criticized for, like even before like the McDaniels year, just like him in the red zone. But
right,
I mean,
yeah, him being able to finish drives, yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
we'll
Maybe it's
see.
just a chemistry thing. Maybe he's just got to, you know what I mean, play with these guys more and get better at that as
Yeah.
the season goes. But yeah, like I said, Packers close game for me.
Yeah. Okay. I got
Yeah,
Saints though. All right.
for sure, for
Next
sure.
game.
Let's move on to Houston and Jacksonville. Snooze fest to me.
Yeah.
AFC South games are usually like this. Like, I don't know. Not really looking forward to this game. I
I
think.
do. Go ahead. Go
Oh,
ahead.
okay. I think CJ Stroud's look good, for the
Yeah.
most part. So I think the Texans fans can feel good about that. But just overall as a team, they have not looked good at all. I think
Yeah.
Jacksonville's got to come back and get this game this week after the showing they had against Kansas City last week.
This is low key like a must, not a must win because they already have, but like it's like you got this is a game you need to win. Like if
Exactly.
you want
Yeah,
to be
yeah.
a
You got to
playoff
come out of this
team,
for the W. You're at home. There's
yeah,
no excuse not
you're the
to.
better team,
You're the
better
better
coach,
team. You
better
got the better
quarterback,
quarterback.
better
Like,
weapons.
you know what I mean? So, yeah, based off that, I'm going to pick Jacksonville to win this game decently handily. Probably something like 24 to like 13 around there. But what about you, man? What do you think?
Yeah, I got the Jaguars winning. I could see it being not a close like a 10-point game. I think CJ Stroud's look good, and I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just think I like CJ Stroud. I like what I've seen from him. He's for like all the pressure he's been under, like pocket wise and the like on the offensive line woes they have. He hasn't turned the ball over. He's been really good for like what he's working with. And I think he'll have a good game versus the Jaguars. But yeah, I usually got the Jaguars because they have the better quarterback, better team, man. So not much to say about that.
Yeah. All right. Let's move on to Denver and Miami. This
Yeah,
game, I mean, based
sneaky
off,
interesting.
here's the thing. I don't think it's going to be. I really don't. And
Oh yeah,
I think that
you
has a
got
lot to do with what I've seen from the Broncos defense these first couple of weeks. They've been shredded. And I expected this to be a pretty good defense coming in. And maybe Sam
yeah.
Howell's just the second coming of Jesus, for
Hey,
all I
Sam
know.
Howell's not. I told you.
Um,
Hey, I told you about Sam Howell. You didn't
hey,
listen to me.
I
But
know
I said
you're a fan now
no. I
for your
said no.
haterish
I
reasons.
like Sam Howell before that.
But
I like Sam Howell
okay,
before that.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah,
But
I
he
like Sam
has
Howell
looked
before that.
good.
He
Um,
looks really good, man. He's a good
but I
quarterback.
just think based off what I've seen these last couple of weeks, unless they make some real adjustments, I think they're going to absolutely shred by the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins are going to win this game handily. I think it's going to be a blowout, and I think it's going to lead to
Ooh.
a lot of questions about Russell Wilson after this game. Even though to me he has not played that bad these first couple of weeks, and I think it's going to be discussed, but it's not going to be something that actually happens this season. Maybe next season. I think leading into next year, they could draft a rookie quarterback, and then questions will start then.
Yeah.
But at this point, you're only in the second year of what, a 4-year deal. So you're pretty much locked in right now. They don't really
For
have
a
an option
while.
to move off from Russ at this point. But I think those questions are going to be talked about after this game because I think the Dolphins have an underrated defense as well. I know they got killed by the Chargers week 1, but I think that their defense is
They
pretty solid
played.
overall.
Yeah. Do you want to like go into the like subtopic like right now, like about the Russ and Sean thing, or do you want to do that
Yeah,
after
let's
we
do
go
it.
through the picks? Okay.
Yeah, let's do
So
it.
I agree with you with the Dolphins beating the Broncos. I disagree though. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I feel like this is like a big game for Sean Payton. It's a must-win game for them because you like we said earlier with the Chargers, you don't want to be 0-3 in the AFC. Um, I
Yep.
think I think Russ has been fine like during like the scripted plays, like the first drive, first half, like opening drive. But like after that, like he's struggled, man. Like and like that was his knock last year, like just him not look well, his knock last year, he just wasn't looking good. I feel like he's looked good for the but
He's looked better.
he's looked better.
Anything looks better than what it was last year.
Yeah.
They couldn't move the
And
ball all
I
last year.
think I think Surtain's one of the better. I mean, top two corner in the NFL.
100%.
So, I mean, I wonder what they're. I think Waddle might not play, so that's big for Denver. You
That's
just got
right.
to
You're
worry
right.
about.
He is in concussion protocol. Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
you
forget about
gotta
that.
you just gotta worry about Tyreek. But I mean, Tyreek still he's probably gonna get his because he's one or two receiver in the league. Depending on your preference. Um, I think if they could get pressure on Tua, it could be a close game. But with that said, yeah, I still got the Dolphins. I just trust Mike McDaniels to like if Sam Howell could carve them up, Tua, I think he's a better player. He has a better weapon with Tyreek. The running game looked good. The Broncos defense just hasn't looked like other than Surtain and Simmons, like it's just a bunch of guys out there, man.
Yeah, Josie Jewell, guys like that.
Yeah,
But
just
yeah,
but
it's
with
for the
with
Dolphins.
that said,
Oh wait, good. Yeah,
if if they lose, what do you think? Like, do you think Sean is just gonna like? Do you think Russ is on the hot seat with Sean? Like, he's gonna bench him for because they pay a lot for Stidham, like to be the backup quarterback.
that's true. But I just don't think Stidham's good. Like, I know everyone's
Yeah,
remembering
I
that
don't.
one game he had last year against San Francisco where
Yeah,
he
that was
looked great.
crazy. No, yeah,
But like he got cut he got cut by the Raiders because of how bad he played in the preseason, or whoever, I forget who signed him. It might have been the Raiders, but he played like dog shit in
uh,
the preseason and got cut to where the Broncos were able to sign him. So yeah, man, I'm not feeling good about that. I think, like I said, it's too early. This is only year 2. They're not going to give up on it
yeah,
that quickly. They got to try to ride it out. You know what I mean? Like that's all
yeah.
they can
But
do.
I just feel like Sean's like he's like a no BS guy. He's not. He's already came out openly and criticized Russ for like, excuse me, like kissing. Don't be kissing babies. You're not running for mayor, like shit like that. Like like
Yeah,
kind of not defending him. And I kind of
it's
feel
a
like he
lot of
doesn't
off the
really.
field. It's more off the field stuff though. That's the thing. I still think Russell Wilson is the better on the field option than what they have overall.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I think he won't get cut is because of the cap ramifications. Like,
Exactly. They
or
can.
the only thing is if they try to trade him, but they probably have to add like a first round pick or some shit crazy,
Oh
something
yeah,
crazy. Just
yeah,
like, but then that defeats the purpose of trading him because you want to get like a high pick. Kind of like how the Rams traded for Stafford. Like didn't they attach a pick to get rid of Goff and his
they had to.
contract
Yeah,
again?
they had to attach an extra first rounder to get rid of Goff.
Yeah,
Yeah. So yeah, I could see
yeah.
that situation maybe playing out in the offseason, like I said.
Mhm.
But yeah, just overall, I don't think it's way too early for that to happen.
I could.
I
I
think
got.
Sean Payton. Listen, it's a possibility because Sean Payton did not choose Russ as his quarterback. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like the Broncos signed it obviously a year before Payton got there, and I still have my theory that Payton didn't even want to come to the Broncos in the first place. But that's a whole other thing.
yeah.
But yeah, I think maybe later on in the season we're gonna start hearing about it, and like
Depending on the record,
let's say they
yeah.
start off something like 3-8. I could see Russ getting benched for the rest of the season and then trying to tank. You know what I mean? Trying to get a high pick because
Yeah. I
this is a
think,
very good quarterback class coming
yeah. I think though, like they have some wins, like later, like their schedule eases up, but like also, I mean, everyone thought they were going to beat the Raiders and
in.
Washington,
Exactly.
so like we'll see. I could see the Broncos winning. This is a game where like, yeah, the Dolphins are the better team, but I like this is a game where Sean Payton's gonna throw like the kitchen sink. You know, he's gonna do everything to win. Russ, this is a big game for him, so I think it's gonna be a really close game. But yeah, I got the Dolphins winning.
All right, all right. Let's move on to the Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland
Okay.
Browns. Kind of, I don't know. I'm not feeling this game either this week. I feel it's gonna be a very run heavy game, obviously, because of who the quarterbacks are. But
Yeah.
yeah. Uh, so the Browns did sign Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, because of
So,
the Nick Chubb injury. We didn't touch on that. Uh, we tried to like on the pod, but we
oh yeah,
didn't
you're right.
record.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
That
prayers
probably,
out to
yeah.
Nick Chubb, man. That
Prayers
that
out to
was
Nick Chubb.
gruesome. Yeah, that was
Yeah.
that was
So yeah,
awful.
Nick Chubb with his injury being out for the season, they did bring back Kareem Hunt, and then they're gonna run with the same guy that they had last week too.
Yeah, Jerome Ford. I think
Jerome Ford.
I think
I thought
Kareem
Ford
Hunt's
played
just
well
gonna
though.
be. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think he's just like for extra, like an extra body. I think Ford
Yeah.
will probably get a majority of the carries because I mean they chose him over Kareem in this offseason. Really, like they
Yeah.
just let Kareem walk. Who do you got winning? This is
I got
interesting.
I
I got the
got
Browns. I got the
I
Browns.
got the Browns too, man. I
I
do.
just think that defense is really good.
Their defense is really good. They just got pretty much got to bottle up Derrick Henry, which I think they can
Yeah,
do. If they can do that, then they should have no problem winning this game. But who knows? Deshaun Watson's their quarterback, so
yeah.
that's another
Um,
thing we got to touch on too. It's like the Deshaun aspect of this, and
Deshaun's just been terrible, dude. Like, I'll give him a pass for week one. It was in the rain. Burrow looked shitty. Deshaun, like, his hand, like, the ball was coming out funny. Like, he was, like, ducking it, like, 10 yards. So, and it's not his arm. It's just, the weather. But week two, no, yeah, he made, like, a couple good throws to Elijah Moore. But other than that, he was missing guys. Like, he was running around, grabbing face masks. Like, he's not the same Deshaun from 4 years ago. Like it's
not even
fairly
close.
obvious.
Not even close. Yeah. Yeah. He had a couple of dirty plays where he's like, I'm surprised he
I,
didn't
I just don't
get.
like him, bro. Honestly, I just don't like the guy.
Well, I don't think anybody likes him.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but yeah, man, he's just got to be better with the amount of money he's making and with the player that he used to be. It's kind of hard to believe that he's fallen off this much because you could have argued he was a top five quarterback. His last
But
year on the Texans, you
but
could
like when
have
you
said.
sit 2 years, man, like that's a lot. That's a long time for not playing football. And then like I'm sure like I I
I
I,
get
I
it.
heard this on a podcast too or earlier. Like I mean, you wonder how like what guys are telling them on the field, like opposing players, opposing fans. You're probably like mocking them,
Sure,
like I wonder if like there's a lot of head game, like mental games
sure.
going on, like just getting in his head, like I don't know. I think I just think it can't be like physically because he's still like 28 or 27. He should be in the peak of his powers right now.
Yeah,
But
he's not that old.
I
Yeah,
think it's just mentally, man. I don't know if he could beat, and like I don't feel bad for him because he brought this on himself. But you just wonder how much that's really affected his game.
yeah. To me, that's the only thing that could really explain this because you know
Yeah,
what I mean. I think anybody can take. I understand like 2 years is a long time to take away from the game, but still, like you said,
he played last year.
he should
He
be in his
played.
prime. He should be
Yeah,
in his prime years in terms of his age. But yeah, man, all these factors off the field, I think, are probably the thing that's causing this drop off. I would think, and and the Browns hitched their wagon to this guy. You know what I mean? Like it's on
yeah.
them for doing it, and
I mean,
so
it's their
yeah,
karma, man. They said they leaked out they wanted an adult in the room, and they got rid of
that's
Baker, and then
hilarious.
they trade for a guy with all these accusations on him. Like it was a bad look. The only reason I'm picking the Browns is just because I trust that defense is elite, man. They got players in every level. They got Myles Garrett, one of the best edge rushers in the league. Grant Dalpin's been playing great ball. He's playing like a top three safety right now. Um, Denzel Ward. They got that linebacker. I don't know. I can't say his name off the top of my head, but they just have players every.
Jeremiah Wusu Koromoa,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
JOK. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say joke, but I don't know JOK. Um, but no, yeah, they got just their defense is just like special, man. Um, Stefanski though, I don't trust him like calling the offense. And like Mike Vrabel's one of the best coaches in the league, so I could see it being a close game, like a kind of like a defensive battle. Like the Titans D line is no joke, but the Browns are missing one of their tackles went out with a like an ACL injury too.
Yeah,
So
Conklin. Yeah, so they're
yeah,
running the rookie Dawan Jones, and he got thrown around by T.J. Watt last week. So
yeah,
Miles, I mean, the Titans don't really got anybody on the edge
yeah,
that's going to give them
yeah.
problems.
It's Jeffrey
Um,
Simmons and
yeah, but yeah, it's funny you bring up the Stefanski thing because I sort of disagree with you on it. I think Stefanski's a good coach. I do. But I'm afraid he's not going to make it out of this season. I think he's going to be possibly the scapegoat for this team when they underachieve because uh like he hasn't won the last couple of years. Whether
yeah.
why it's his fault or not, I think it's mostly
I
just been
I
bad
just I
quarterback
just
play.
think it's the fact that his record is so bad, like in
Yeah.
close games. I feel like I don't really trust him, but I just trust the Browns roster overall more than the Titans, so that's why I'm going with the Browns.
Oh yeah, yeah. So am I. I'm going with the Browns, but I
Yeah,
just
we're
think
going. We're yeah. I'm just giving like devil's
yeah,
advocate.
yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I just think yeah, it's going to be kind of sad to see a good coach potentially get fired because if this keeps up, that's where this is headed. You know.
yeah.
So yeah, like let's move on to the next game. Let's move on to Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders. Low key, sneaky. I mean,
Sneaky
based
fun
off how
game.
Washington's played the
Yeah.
last couple of weeks, this could be a pretty interesting game. I'm not ready to crown Washington like that,
No, yeah, for sure.
like that yet.
This is like
But
real competition. I feel like.
this has like a potential to kind of be like a panic type of game, panic type of
For
loss if the Bills lose.
oh
And
yeah,
be like, oh
definitely.
no, what's the Bills? The Bills are screwed. But
Yeah,
I'm going to take the Bills. I think they're the better
yeah.
team until further notice. Josh Allen looked great last week. He cleaned up his turnovers.
He look
Um,
yeah. Like when he's on, man. He's one of the best
yeah,
in the league when he's on.
that D line I think is going to give him a little bit of issues because
The O
the
line on
Bills, yeah, the Bills O line's got some holes in it, so I think they're going to get some pressure on them. I don't think it's going to be a super high scoring game, but I do got the Bills winning probably something like 24-20 or 27-21, something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I got the Bills winning. I think the Commanders D line could cause some problems for the Bills O line. Um, but I mean, I just trust Josh Allen. I trust Josh Allen. If as long, even when he's playing bad, he's still like I just trust him like to move the ball. Like if it's just him, I trust him because he runs the ball well. He throws it. He's gonna give it to Stephon Diggs. He's gonna do what he got to do. You trust the Bills defense. You trust Sean McDermott. But yeah, I think the Commanders they're gonna give him a fight though. Like I like Brian Robinson. I like Terry, Scary Terry, man. I like Dotson. He's a good young receiver. The enemy man, he's been in his bag lately. He's been coaching
I'll
that
give it
offense
to him.
up, man.
I'll
Yeah,
give it
he's
to
been
him.
coaching that
It's looked
offense
really
up.
good the first couple of weeks for them.
Yeah,
So,
but yeah, I think this is a real test for the Commanders, and I think it'll be a close game. But yeah, I got the Bills.
all right, for real, for sure, for sure, for sure. Next game on the list, we got the Colts and the Ravens. So yeah, Anthony Richardson is going to miss this game.
Oh, he
With
is for sure.
yeah, yeah, he
Ah, that
missed practice
sucks.
today. So Gardner's going to be the starter this week.
Okay.
Um, I think Gardner can go out there and win a game, but I just don't think the Colts have a lot of talent on this
The
team in order to
yeah,
beat
the
the Ravens.
roster to do it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think it's going to be closer than people think because I think the Colts are well coached and I think Gardner's serviceable enough, but I think that the Ravens are just a better team. Way he's looked like an MVP candidate the first couple of
Yeah,
weeks.
for sure. Him and Tua.
Um, yeah, so yeah, man, I got the Ravens winning this game probably somewhere double digits, probably like 30-17, something like that.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, I mean, I don't have much to add. I mean, I was low key looking forward to see if Richardson was going to play, to see him and Lamar. But
Yeah,
since
that'd have
he's
been fun.
out, yeah, because he's looked really good. Like in the the games when he's played in the first two games, he looked really
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
But yeah, I just Lamar, he's gonna dot these guys up, man. He's gonna run around. Um, yeah, I got the Ravens. Just got the better team, man.
yeah, for real, for real.
Nah, this
All
is
right.
your respect of the woods. Let me ask you.
Oh man. All right. Patriots
Patriots at
Jets.
the
Let's just get this
Jets.
one out of the way. Yeah, man. I got the Patriots winning. Okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, I think. Listen, without Rodgers, we don't know what the Jets would have been with Rodgers, but their defense is tough, obviously, but the Patriots need to win this game. It's absolutely a
must
must win.
win, must win.
You already heard what I said last week about Bill Belichick. What should happen to him if we do lose this game? Uh, so so yeah, I got the Patriots winning this game. I think it's going to be one of those shitty, low scoring, boring Patriots games that we always get. So yeah, I think the Patriots are probably going to win this game, something like 20-14, something like that, something
Yeah,
really
20
boring.
points. No,
That'd be
uh,
tied for the season high for us.
no, yeah.
But yeah, this both these offenses aren't very good. In the Patriots
For different
aspect
reasons,
is
though. I
mostly
think.
because the playmakers and the offensive line isn't very good. The
And
Jets,
then
the offensive
and then
line
for
isn't
the
good, and the
Jets,
quarterback isn't good. So
yeah,
so yeah, I think it's going to be low scoring. It is in New York as well. So yeah, what
I
do you
could
think?
see. Yeah, I agree with you. I got the Patriots winning. I think it's gonna be a really close game, though. A defensive battle like last year. Um, as long as I hate like Zach, as long as Zach Wilson doesn't turn the ball over, but what does he do? He's Zach Wilson. He turns the ball over.
Yep,
Um,
three
I
picks
think
last week.
I think, but the thing is with Dallas, they have Dak and they have CD and they got weapons, to throw the ball, to run the ball with Pollard. Um, the Patriots don't have that, so
Yep.
I don't. I think as long as the Jets can run the ball, limit Zach Wilson, give the ball to Garrett Wilson, run the ball with Brees and Dalvin. They could win the game because their defense is that good, and then they're off the defense is elite, and the offense they're playing doesn't have the weapons. It's gonna come down to Zach Wilson not make if Zach Wilson turns the ball over like he did last year, the Belichick feasts on these type of games like with bad quarterbacks.
Oh yeah.
He
Yes.
so I
This
got the Patriots though because I just don't think Zach Wilson is capable of playing a clean football game.
These are the only type of games that the Patriots win nowadays. It has to be against a shit quarterback with, what I mean,
Sam
everything stacked in his
Allinger,
favor.
fucking
Like, yeah, it's got to be that type of game. Like,
yeah,
if you're facing any sort of competent team, they're going to take the L. But Zach Wilson sucks, and he sucked the most in his career against the Patriots. So I don't see any reason why that's not going to continue this week. So yeah, based off that, I just got the Patriots. Like I said, close game, better fucking win. That's all I'm going to say.
yeah.
And yeah, man. Uh, yeah, I honestly
All
don't
right.
really want to talk about the Patriots, anymore. So,
Yeah.
but
If the Jets lose, I got a question for you before we move on.
go ahead,
If the Jets lose and Zach has like 3 picks, do you think they bring in like a Carson Wentz or trade for someone?
bro. It's getting to that point. If he does that again,
I
like
think this is a
they're
must win
seriously
for
gonna have to
Zach
consider.
Wilson. Yeah, this
If
is a
I'm
must
them,
win for him.
I'm monitoring the Vikings and the Rams, seeing what happens with them first. See if potentially you could swing a trade for one of those guys, Cousins or Stafford, at the deadline. After that, if it doesn't happen, then I consider bringing in potentially. I'm not bringing in Carson Wentz. First of all, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I
But
just a name. Yeah,
somebody else, somebody else. But yeah, at that point you'd have to because you just can't run around with this level of shit quarterback play.
yeah,
Like you're not going to win a single game. They got lucky that Josh Allen gave them the ball so many
yeah.
times. He
They
basically
should have
gave them that,
easily won that game.
and then they
Yeah,
got the punt return to win. So
that was crazy. I
like
forgot about that.
yeah. So
Yeah,
unless they get that again, they're gonna have trouble winning a lot of these games if Zach Wilson doesn't start stepping it up. But
yeah.
yeah, man. Let's move on to Carolina and Seattle.
Um,
Ugh,
I got
oh,
Seattle fairly easily. I just because Bryce hasn't been a world breaker, but he's out and Andy Dalton starting. I seen Andy Dalton play. He's okay, but he doesn't have any weapons. That O line is food, and I trust Geno more than him. I trust Seattle's weapons more. I got Seattle winning fairly comfortably.
I didn't even know Bryce Young was out, so
Yeah,
it
he's out with the
makes it
ankle
even
injury.
worse. Yeah, it makes it even worse. Yeah, the Seahawks should pretty easily win this game. They have a pretty good offense overall. Geno, you know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah,
didn't look like a fraud
he
last week, so
he
I
looked
guess
good, man. He's a good
we'll
quarterback.
yeah. So I guess at least for one more week he holds off.
You're
But
such a
yeah,
hater.
but yeah, the Seahawks should easily win this game. The Panthers, they got nothing on offense. They got
Yeah.
no explosive weapons at all in this offense, and now they lost their starter. So yeah, and it's in Seattle. Come on, this should
Yeah,
be
and
this should be
they're
a,
honoring the Super Bowl team too. They're wearing a white on blue. Just a fun fact. So I'm sure like some of the super from the LOB, sure they'll be there at the game too.
oh, okay. Yeah, that's what's up. Okay, that's pretty cool, I guess. But yeah, I got the Seahawks winning this game. Probably something like 31-13, 31-10,
Yeah, it could be.
something
It
like
could be.
that. I think it's
It
gonna
could
be
be
pretty
bad.
bad
Yeah, it could be
overall,
bad.
but not as bad as the next game we're about to talk
Oh,
about.
this is interesting. We'll go over the game and then we'll go over.
Yeah,
I think we both
Chicago
got the Chiefs
Bears.
winning. Oh,
Yeah,
we didn't even
Chicago
say
Bears and
that.
Kansas
We
City
didn't say
Chiefs.
the game. Yeah,
Yeah,
Bears at
Chicago Bears and
Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I don't see any world where this is a close game.
Yeah,
The Chiefs haven't looked that good offensively these first couple of weeks, but come on, they got Mahomes. They got, that's all they pretty much need
Mahomes,
to be able to
Kelsey,
put up points. Yeah,
Pacheco, and that's it. That's all you need. And Andy
that's
Reid
all
calling
they
the
need,
plays.
especially against the Bears.
Yeah,
So
their defense is
and
awful.
yeah, Chris Jones looked great. First game back, I think he's gonna be in Fields' face all day.
Oh,
Um, yeah, I think this is gonna be like 38, 38,
seven.
38-7, 38-7, 38-10, something like that. It's going to be a
Yeah,
beat down to me.
I think
I
this
don't
is
think
a
it's
get
close.
right game for the receivers on the Chiefs. I
Oh
think
yeah,
this is
they're going to feel real confident after this game.
yeah, they're gonna
I
yeah. Tony could go off. He could go for 100.
I hope they
Kelsey.
can get Justin Ross involved too, because I'm
Yeah.
still kind of rooting for him. The former Clemson guy. So, but yeah, man.
Okay.
But yeah,
Uh,
let's go
let's
into the
get into the
subtopic about Justin Fields
Justin
throwing.
Fields. What do you? This is your guy. I'm not a big. I don't really have a dog in this fight, but
I'm not liking what I'm hearing. Listen, okay, like I don't believe in like publicly shaming anybody on your team. I think it's just corny, especially when you're playing like shit yourself.
For
He's
context,
got
I don't
he
know if we
tried to
went over
like
it. Justin Fields was asked was what was he seeing on the field or why was he playing so robotic? And he said basically the coaching, and he like added some stuff after, but
yeah.
the gist
He
is
tried to
coaching.
save it. He tried to save it, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't see this going well at all. Like
I
it's just
you
you can't do that, man. You can't. You got to be better than that. So yeah, like I think it's just a lame move by Fields. I think he's going to be moved on from after this season. The Bears are going to be horrible. They're going to get
yeah.
one of those guys. So yeah, I mean, not much to say about that. I just think it's a lame
Okay.
move by
So
Fields.
I have like a different like I see where you're coming from. I don't like my quarterback, especially well, he's not a veteran, but I'm saying like in general, I don't like when my veteran quarterbacks or my quarterback in general is like throwing teammates, coaches under the bus. But with that being said, I don't think Fields was intending to like throw the coaching under the bus. I just think it was kind of something he said. I mean, I'm not a fan of it, but I'm also not like, oh, he's trying to blame every. I think it's just like he just said it without thinking of like any of the consequences or like the media backlash. But yeah, I you don't love to hear that, especially when you're a first round quarterback. You're brought in to be the savior of the team, and you kind of underwhelmed. Like I haven't seen any of the spark either. Like he hasn't been running around making plays like he did last year. Um, he's just yeah, it's not a good look though.
Yeah, he's got to start doing more of that, more of the running around because it's clear he's not a pocket passer at all. He's got to be able to use his legs to open up this offense, with whatever they got.
Yeah.
They got to get DJ Moore more involved, all that.
He
Uh,
said on the field when they were asking like, or they were telling him, Devin White was like, "Oh, he's like,
yeah,
it's weird seeing you in
they ain't
Chicago." Like
using me right. He's like,
yeah,
tell
he's
me about
like,
it.
yeah, tell me about it.
I'm sorry, bro. That's not good. Like 2 weeks
Yeah,
in, you're already hearing like him throw his coach
DJ,
under the bus.
yeah,
DJ Moore acting like, oh yeah, they ain't using me right.
yeah,
Like something's got to give when it comes to that.
no,
So
yeah.
yeah, this game's gonna be ugly. It's probably gonna be the biggest
Dark
one.
days ahead for Chicago.
Yeah, like they never stop. They always been
Yeah,
pretty much since '85. It's been dark days. So
Mitch
uh,
Trubisky is their best quarterback in my
Jay
life.
Cutler, bro. Put some respect on Jay Cutler.
I wasn't watching Jay Cutler like that. My fault.
Oh, okay, yeah, you were probably too
Oh
young.
no, no. I mean, no. Yeah, he went like in the NFC Championship game, right? Or am I tripping?
Yeah, he went to
Like
yeah,
he
man.
led them to the NFC. Yeah, but they
Then he
lost.
got hurt and then rode a
Yeah,
bike
yeah,
all day. But yeah,
yeah.
but yeah,
Okay,
that's what's sad. Cutler is probably the greatest quarterback in Bears history.
that's
You
sad.
know?
That's
Yeah.
fucking sad, dude.
So I
Real
don't know,
ones
man.
remember when he was on the Dolphins,
Oh my God, they beat us on
like
that
his
Monday night
last year.
game.
Oh my
His
goodness.
last year, yeah, they beat us on Monday night. That game was
Did they?
yeah, they did. Yeah, that game was an embarrassment. Uh,
I think the
2017.
Saints. I think the Saints beat. I just remember the Saints beating, like shutting down the Dolphins in like London or something, and he was the quarterback. I think that's why I remember that.
Yeah, he was pretty much dog shit his entire time on the Dolphins, which I think
Oh
was only
yeah,
1 year.
the year.
Uh, and outside of that Patriots game, he looked like prime Jay Cutler, like running around, rocketing throws. I'm just like, all right, whatever, bro, you're fake. Uh, but yeah,
Oh yeah.
I don't want to talk about that. I try to block that game out of
Okay.
my mind.
All
Uh, but
right.
yeah, man, let's move on to the Dallas Cowboys and the Arizona Cardinals.
I mean, the game isn't the interesting part. I think we both have the Cowboys winning fairly easily.
I got the no, I got the Cowboys.
Nice.
Yeah, obviously.
Nah,
Yeah, man, the
but what
Cowboys.
is interesting though is Trayvon Diggs, man, towards ACL at practice.
Yeah, man, that's a huge loss for
That
Dallas.
sucks, dude. Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they're trying to go for
they
the
were
Super Bowl. They
looking.
just lost the best
Yeah,
player. So
they're one of the top three teams in the NFC, and you lose your best corner. Like that sucks, man.
I think they got some depth back there. Like they did get Gilmore, and they got that guy Dewan Bland who's been playing well.
Yeah,
So I think they'll be
they
all right for
no,
a
yeah, they
little
have
bit at
young
least.
guys, but it's just
Yeah,
like losing I don't know. I feel like that's kind of like just a deflator, man.
100%.
I mean, I could see them signing a veteran like Bradley Roby, just for depth or
Yep.
to fill in. But yeah, it's just yeah, it sucks, man. It sucks for the Cowboys fans. You feel bad for them. At least Diggs got his bag though. Shout out to him.
Yeah, good for him. Good for him getting
Yeah,
paid before that. Yeah.
yeah, because
So
that's terrible.
at least corners don't really have to worry about not getting paid. Corners most of the
Oh
time get
yeah,
paid.
they're getting
Yeah.
their
So
money.
and yeah, I think Diggs he stepped his game up, especially if last 2 weeks he looked like one of the best corners in the league. Like I was a little
Yeah,
skeptical of him his first year, like when
because
he had the
he
two
got all
picks.
those Mickey Mouse interceptions,
Yeah,
but
because he
no,
was getting
you
a lot of
get you
picks, but he was still getting
yeah.
beat a lot.
No,
Last
yeah,
year, I think he really stepped up his
no, yeah.
game, like
He
in
was
terms of
real good
not getting beat, and then
covering. Yeah,
continued into this year. So yeah, prayers up to him. Hopefully, he can get back stronger than ever next year for Dallas. But yeah, like we said before, not much to talk about this game. I think Dallas is going to dominate.
yeah.
Arizona's not. Arizona's arguably the
They're
worst team
not
in the
good.
league.
Yeah.
They gave up that embarrassing comeback last week. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like we were talking about 0-17 watch. Like that's the game everyone's going to remember. It's like, damn, if they had
Damn,
won
they
that
should
game,
have won that one. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, not much to say. Cowboys should easily win this game.
All right.
But
Sunday
yeah,
night.
yeah, Sunday night. Wow, this is a Sunday night game. Ugh,
I think so. Because Monday's a doubleheader. So
you're
Sunday
right.
night football, Steelers at Raiders.
Oh man, that's kind of
This
a
could
ugh.
this could be kind of ugly, man. I got the Steelers winning just because I trust Mike Tomlin more. Kenny Pickett, I think he's better than Jimmy G. I'm not too sure.
He's not better than Jimmy G. He's not proven to
You
be.
don't think so?
No, Jimmy G's at least proven to like be a capable. He looked like shit last week, obviously.
But
But
I
I'm
mean,
saying
Jimmy G's been in Kyle Shanahan's system. Pickett's been
that's
in Matt Canada's system. Like, it's not fair. I
it.
think
Listen,
Pickett has better talent. He's definitely better talent.
yeah. I mean, well, I don't know actually because they don't have
Nah, come
Deontay
on.
Johnson. They don't have Deontay Johnson right now. They got George Pickens, who I
No, I'm talking
love.
about like arm talent. Arm talent. Pickett.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Anybody's got a better
Yeah,
arm than
okay,
Jimmy G.
okay.
You know what I mean?
I was yeah, like whoa, what? No, yeah,
Yeah,
he got the
yeah.
Adams,
Obviously,
but yeah,
yeah. But I don't think it's gonna matter. I think the Steelers are gonna win this game. I think it's
yeah.
gonna
I
be
got
close.
could be
Yeah.
boring.
I
Could be
don't
a
believe in
snooze.
their. I don't believe in their offense. I think Matt Canada is a joke. Uh, the Steelers don't fire anybody midseason though. It's just not what they do. It's not what they've ever done. So I think they just got to stick it out with him for the rest of this year. Hopefully they get rid of him after this year. But Yeah, feed George Pickens the ball. You saw what happened last week. Their
Yeah.
offense couldn't do anything. All of a sudden, they start
You
loading up
take
the
that
whole
you take
stadium.
that touchdown
Pickens
away, bro. Their offense had like no yards.
Oh yeah, you take that away and you take away the two defensive touchdowns, they get absolutely shredded
They
by the Browns last week. So yeah, they got to figure out something to get better on offense because these first couple of weeks it's been ugly for real.
you think
Yeah, Kenny Pickett's one of the top 5 worst rated quarterbacks in the NFL right now, just by QB rating.
oh yeah.
He's ranked
Well, I
in the
mean,
bottom 5.
yeah,
So
from the Niners game, and then like, he wasn't great. Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I got the Steelers winning. I kind of don't like now. I'm kind of questioning why I do, just because like Raiders have at least Jimmy G. You know he's gonna get the ball out quick. You got Devontae Adams. You hope Josh Jacobs can finally like have a good game because he's been very underwhelming the first 2 weeks of the year. Um, fuck yeah, I'm gonna be different. I'm gonna pick the Raiders, man. Raiders at home. I
yeah.
trust I trust their offense more than the Steelers' offense. They got Adams. Do you know if Jacoby Myers is back?
He got concussed in week 1 when he was going off. I don't know if he's coming back. I don't think he's gonna be back this week,
Nah,
honestly.
so if he's back,
Especially,
I pick the Raiders more comfortably. But I'm just gonna
yeah.
trust. I'm gonna trust that Adams and Jacobs have a good big games, and Raiders defense isn't great, but I mean, Jesus,
That's pretty much all they got right now because like Hunter Renfrow hasn't done anything. I think he's caught 2 balls in 2
that's the
weeks.
thing though. He's still good. I don't know why they haven't like got him more involved. You know,
I think it's McDaniel's fault. I
he's
think it's
not a
his
good
fault.
coach, man. He's not.
Yeah, I think it's his fault because ever since like Renfrow had a 1,000-yard season, right?
Yeah,
For
with Carr.
yeah, so
It
yeah,
was Renfro, Waller, Carr, Jacobs, and
yeah.
like a bunch of like Zay Jones and like I think it's Zay Jones. Just a bunch of guys
Matt
like that.
Collins, Matt Collins, guys like
Yeah.
that. Yeah, but yeah, I think McDaniel's has caused this drop off in production for Renfro. Unfortunately, I did see potentially like Renfro's name could be somewhere that's on like the trade block.
Yeah,
They,
for
they did
sure.
get Jacoby Myers too, so I think they're comfortable with him and Devontae's are 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But I'm sorry, come on, Josh. Like you had this type of receiver, Wes Welker, Julian Edelman, and Amendola, and you've been successful with all of them, right? Like
Yeah.
there's no reason to not be able to get Renfro the ball. You know, what I mean, this should be like a security blanket for Jimmy G in the middle of the field. So, but yeah, I got the Steelers winning a close game, but like you said, man, I could see it going either way. Like
Yeah.
the fact you're
I
picking the
think
Raiders, I
yeah.
can see this going either way, especially since the Raiders are at home.
I think if TJ Watt like gets Superman and like, gets a strip sack or something like that, I could see that being the difference, but I'm just gonna trust Devontae Adams is, you know, people don't talk about him as one of the better receivers anymore, even though he's still elite.
Yeah, he's still to me. He's number 2. I think still.
No, really, he's like probably like 3 for me right now.
You got Chase, huh?
I got no, no. I had Chase as my one coming into the year, but man, we'll get into that. But no, I have Jefferson and Tyreek above him right now.
Oh, okay, yeah, Tyreek. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's a good
Okay,
one.
so I got Raiders, you got Steelers,
All right,
and
let's move
then
on to Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
this is kind of sneaky fun.
This is going to be a fun one, I think, just because the Eagles have not looked good the first couple of weeks,
Their
and Tampa
secondary is
Bay, man,
very spotty. Eagles,
yes, and Tampa Bay, man, Baker, he's looked good. You
he
know,
looked
it
good.
could be kind of like a fool's gold type of thing. You know what I mean? Because we've seen him look good in the past, and then he drop off really
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
And
Oh,
I think it's going to be this week for them that he drops off. I
oh,
think they, yeah, I
you,
got the Eagles winning this game handily. I really do. I think Baker's going to come back down to earth. Yeah, the Eagles need to assert their dominance. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like
They
we're
haven't
starting
looked
to get
good.
3-4 weeks into the season. You're kind of looking like this shaky. Then it's going to be like okay, like everyone's going to be picking the Niners easily. Like when that matchup comes up later this season. So I think the
Yeah.
Eagles. That's
Well,
probably the
I
most
mean,
hyped up
Brock
game.
Purdy hasn't looked great either, so can't
Well,
forget that.
today he didn't look great, but I think the first couple of games he's looked very good. I'll give it to him. I'm just gonna credit to it being a Thursday night game and a lot of guys
Yeah.
look sloppy coming into it. I think Brock's just fine, but yeah, I think the Eagles are gonna win this game pretty handily. I'm gonna say something like
Mm.
30, 30 to like 14 Eagles. I think this is gonna be like a game where they really show how talented they are and why they were in the Super Bowl last year and are a lot of people's pick to get back this year. So yeah, I got the Eagles.
Yeah, I agree with you for the most part. I have the Eagles. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout though, just because I think as long as Tampa could like keep Baker upright, he Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, they still got weapons. Um, I think they could expose some holes into that secondary. Um, but I got the Eagles winning just because they got the better. They got overall. I think their offense is better. They I think this is a game AJ Brown gets right. Smith will have a good game. I think Hurts is gonna finally have a good game passing the ball. He's been kind of spotty too the first 2 weeks, but
Oh,
I think they're gonna try to be balanced, run the ball, throw the ball. You know, as long as they get pressure on Baker, they could win this game a lot by a lot. I got the Eagles.
all right, for sure, for sure. All right, man. Your boys, your other
Man,
boys, your boys
well,
in Cincinnati. I saw a report earlier today saying that Joe Burrow, like he's looking better. He practiced. He had the little leg sleeve on. I think Burrow's probably rushing it. If we're being honest, he's probably rushing back. He
we'll
could
get
be.
into that.
He.
Who do you got winning? We'll
Okay.
do pick and then we'll
Yeah,
get into
for
that
sure, for
because
sure.
I got to
Yeah,
go on a whole spiel about this.
I got the Bengals winning this game. I
Oh
think Burrow's
man.
gonna play. They listen. They need this game.
Okay, that's
You can't
that's what
start
you
off
got.
0-3. They got to win this game. I think. Listen, you're at home. In my opinion, you're the better team. You got to win this
For
game.
sure,
No excuses.
better roster.
Yeah, no excuses. You got to win this game. But yeah,
I
I'm gonna let you go because this is more your area. So go
Yeah,
ahead.
I agree that they're the better team and they can't afford to go in three. But I got the Rams winning, man. I picked
Ooh,
I picked my boys. They let
damn.
me down 2 weeks in a row. I think Joe shouldn't play, man. I think you're risking further injury. I think they need to sit Burrow. They need to sit him for like the next few weeks until the bye. They need to let him get healthy. He's not going to get healthy by playing. Aaron Donald is going to cause havoc on that O line. You don't need any like big names because you got Aaron Donald. Bengals O line hasn't looked great. I don't think if they put Burrow out there and he gets hurt, it's just malpractice because he's hurt and that O line isn't great and you're risking this year and potentially next year. So I think you gotta sit Burrow. Like, hey, we're gonna try to steal one of these games against because they play like the Cardinals, Titans, Seattle, Rams, and I think there's another team in there. But you hope they could come out 2-4. Um,
That's hard to
and
come
then
back, man.
two and four is doable though. Like because they were like 3-4 last was it not last year? Was it last year? The Super Bowl year. They weren't a great record.
Yeah.
But you want Burrow because right now, all right. So I got the Rams winning because I don't think Burrow's going to play. That's why I have the Rams winning. But what
Okay,
I'm
so you think
saying,
he's out? You think he's
I think
out?
he's
So
out. I think he needs to be out. He should sit out. That's what
I
I
think he
think.
should be out. I don't know if he's gonna be.
I
That's what
I
I'm thinking.
you can't
Even
you
Jamar,
can't
even Jamar before the season started, he's like, yeah, man, he should sit
because
a couple.
he should
you know?
if they like I see why they rushed him because like two division games you don't want to go 0-2, but
Yeah,
you played him and he got hurt. Like you played him both
yeah,
those games. He didn't look like himself first game. He looked better the second game, but then he re-aggravated it. I just think they should have probably hindsight it's 2020, of course. They probably should have sat him the first 2 weeks, just let him get fully healthy, and then this could have been his debut. But I mean, we can't go back in time. Now I think you need to because with the fuck, what's his injury right now? I can't even with the
calf
calf.
and
The
yeah.
calf is like if he hurts his calf, it's kind of like connected to the Achilles. Like we seen what happened with Rodgers, we seen what happened
That's
with
exactly what I was thinking too.
in the
Yep,
NBA with Kevin Durant.
yep.
You don't want if he goes out there and knock on wood, something happens, he tears his Achilles. It's like because he has a calf injury. Like
Yeah,
you're risking your future, and I just think I'd rather have him coming in as 100% as he can be for after the bye, because that's when you got like the Jaguars, you got the Niners, you got the Chiefs, you got the Bills, you got the big dogs. You're playing the tough games, and that's down the stretch. You don't like Michael Parsons said, you don't want you don't mind losing a couple games in September because you want to win those December, January games. But yeah, I think he needs to sit out. But what do you think he should, or what do you think they're gonna do?
Yeah, I 100% think he should. I thought for sure he was gonna be out this week, but then Zach Taylor started saying like, "Oh yeah, no, he's looking better and better every day," and then he actually practiced today. So based off that, I think he's gonna play. I think if he was gonna sit, he would have not practiced this week. I think he's doing it to warm himself up, obviously for the game. Uh, yeah, should he sit? Yes. Well, I think. Do I think he will sit? No. And I do think they'll win this game close because he does play. You know, I mean, he's not even like he doesn't win with his athleticism anyway. So if he could just
But
stand up,
but
hopefully
he
they can
like
keep him
his
upright.
game is moving around and like
No, you're
avoiding
right.
pressure too.
You're right. But if they could just keep him somewhat upright, you know what I mean? Like do whatever you got to do with that calf. Maybe give him a little shot before the game. You know what I mean to help that out.
Yeah.
Um, do something, but it's a must win. I think if they start off 0-3, they won't go to the playoffs this year. They have too many tough games left.
No,
They
yeah,
need
for
this
sure.
thing.
But that's why I
So
think they.
so
That's
that's
why I
why I
think
think
he
he's gonna
should
play.
sit.
I
Like,
think if they were 2-0 and then he had that,
or if they're
then
even
I
one
think
and
I
one,
think he
man. Like,
yeah even
you
one and
know.
one he'd be sitting. I think guaranteed this week. But yeah, I think he's playing because he knows that they need it. So and yeah, man, they're at home. They should win this game. The Rams don't have a lot of. I mean, unless you can stop the god Puka Nakua, you know what I mean. If you can
And
hold him under wraps,
and Tutu
then you should be
Atwell.
fine, right? And Tutu Atwell, all those
But
guys.
I'm not concerned with the. Well, I think the Rams are. I'm not concerned about the rosters because I obviously the Bengals have more talent. I just think um, I'm concerned for the Bengals defense. I think the Rams offense is going to be moving. What I'm concerned about though is the Bengals offense going like the Rams defense isn't good, right? But the thing is, Burrow's hurt, and he's not.
Yeah,
And if they get like like in theory, he should light them up, and they should win this game comfortably. But he gets hurt, he gets sacked, like that's gonna be in his head. I don't know. I just think he should sit, and that's why I have the Rams winning, just because I think he's gonna sit out, and they're gonna be 0-3, and my Super Bowl agenda is gonna be over. But you know,
yeah. 3 weeks in and it's already over, man. That'd be tragic right there.
it's the injury that I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
concerned
I'm just
about.
saying,
Nah,
obviously.
yeah, I'm not concerned about like him as a player. I'm just gonna say like the
No,
injury was pretty like it's pretty noticeable now. Like
yeah. Once we start getting to re-aggravation territory, then it's like, okay, man. Like you start
yeah,
thinking about because like you said, like God forbid the worst case scenario happens, like we saw with Rogers, right? And
yeah,
then basically kill this year and next year. You know
yeah.
that's potential if you suffer an injury like that. So
But if he
yeah, I mean,
plays, I mean, I just hope he doesn't get hurt and they win. But all right,
yeah,
let's let's go over the week 3 recap and we'll wrap up this show.
yes sir, yes sir.
All
Okay,
right,
let's go start with Falcons Lions. Who do you got?
I got the Lions.
Okay, I got the Falcons winning this game. Best quarterback in the NFC South, Desmond Ritter, gonna prove it this week.
Okay, go on to the other games, bro. You're sickening me.
All right, Chargers Vikings.
I got the Chargers.
I got the Vikings. I think they need this game, so yeah, got the
It's a
Vikings.
must win for both teams.
Must win for both, but I trust the Vikings more than the
Yeah,
Chargers. All right, Saints Packers.
I got my boys. Who that baby?
Who that nation, huh? Yeah, man, I got the Packers. They're at home. Don't like the way the Saints offense has looked. I think the Packers win this
Yeah,
game. Houston, Jacksonville.
yeah. I got Jaguars.
Yeah, not much to say. Jacksonville
Yeah,
needs this game. They need to get back after what happened last week. Uh, Denver and Miami.
got Miami. Got Dolphins.
Yes, sir. Me too. Yeah, I don't think the Broncos
It's a
have
must
it.
win for the Broncos, but
It's a
I
must
just
win, but I don't think that they got the right guys to get this win. I just don't. I don't believe in them. Sadly, like
yeah,
rest in
we'll
peace,
see.
Russ.
Sean Payton and Russell Wilson legacy game. All right.
I know you're going to be paying close attention to that one. With your
Oh
little
yeah,
hate
for
watch.
sure. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Um, Tennessee and Cleveland.
I got Cleveland. I
Yeah,
got I
me
got the
too.
Predator winning.
The Predator. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, Deshaun, come on, man. This is the Titans, man. You're at
yeah. You
home. You
need
got the
it.
better defense. You should win this game. If
Yeah.
not, we might be getting to the DTR territory. You know what I mean? but,
All right,
but yeah, man, we'll see. We'll see.
we'll see. We'll
Um,
see.
Buffalo and Washington. Sneaky, interesting game.
Yeah, I got the Bills though, but I think hey, don't be surprised when my boy Sam Howell balls out.
Yeah, I got Buffalo. I would love if Washington won just to kill the
No,
Bills fans' hopes and dreams. But
yeah.
yeah,
Patriots
I
fans
think.
are nasty haters.
Oh yes, we are, and so is everyone else in the AFC East, man. It's
Yeah,
just how it is. You got to grow up this way, in order to survive. But but yeah, Buffalo should win this game.
Colts
Was it
Ravens.
Indianapolis and Baltimore?
I got Baltimore. Nothing much to say. Better quarterback, better team.
Yes, sir. I agree with you. No AR, so come on, man.
Yeah,
This should be an easy one for you Ravens. Yeah, my least favorite game of the week: Patriots and Jets.
I got the
Uh,
Patriots.
I got the Patriots too. Must win. Bill Belichick, I'm watching you, bro. I'm watching you. Uh,
This guy, he has fucking 6 rings, bro. Show some goddamn respect.
hey, bro. I don't
uh,
think. All right, well, I'm not gonna get into it.
okay. Oh,
All right,
Panthers at Seahawks.
Panthers and Seahawks. Okay. Um, yeah, man.
Seattle.
Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle.
Seattle. Yeah, Bryce Young's out. Seattle should win this game pretty easily.
Yeah.
Bears and Chiefs. I mean, come on.
Chiefs fairly easily. Yeah.
Chiefs. Yeah, bro. Like this is a get back game.
Yeah.
Show off these elite weapons, right? Kadarius Toney, Sky Moore.
These elite weapons is crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
Cowboys and Cardinals.
Got the Cowboys. Tank for Caleb, man. That's what the Cardinals are doing.
Yeah, Cowboys. Even without Trayvon Diggs, should dominate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Steelers and Raiders.
I got the Raiders.
I got the Steelers on a close one, very
Yeah,
close.
close game. Close game.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Philadelphia Eagles, Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I got Philly.
I got Philly too. I don't think it's gonna be close. Philly needs to assert their dominance, show everybody what they were last year. You know what I mean? And last but not least, your boys in Cincinnati against the
Man.
LA Rams.
All right, let me put this stipulation. I got the Rams winning if Burrow misses. If Burrow plays, I'll go with my boys in Cincinnati. Who Dey Nation? But
Who
no,
Dey
I got the
Nation.
Rams winning. I got the
Yeah, I
Rams because
agree
I
with
don't
you
think Burrow's playing.
completely. If Burrow's
Yeah,
out, got the Rams. If Burrow's in, I got the Bengals. They need
yeah,
it. They can't start off 0-3, or else they're
yeah.
probably not
That's
making the
killer,
playoffs.
man. That's killer.
Especially
Yeah,
with Burrow's injury.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, man. Looks like
That's
that's
it for
about
the
it.
show. Yeah, man.
All right. Thanks for
All
tuning
right,
in.
everyone.
We'll see y'all on, what's it, Monday? You want to do Monday
Sunday
or
night.
Sunday night?
We'll Sunday night. Sunday night.
Yeah, we'll do Sunday night. Have a good one.
All right.